Good morning. Oh, afternoon, evening. What is it? Well, it
It
depends
is
where
night.
you're at. It could be evening. Clint.
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, either way, it's Monday. Yeah.
Depends where you are.
Depends where you're at. Hey, welcome to the show. Let's just go with that. Hope everyone had a spectacular Sunday, Saturday. I hope your football team or whatever it was did fantastic. The Lions won. It was pretty cool. I know the Bucs are our home team, but I really wanted to see the Lions. You called all but that game.
I did.
Yeah.
I
you should.
I should have bet some money.
You should have definitely done that.
Dang it.
Well, very good, very good. And
Next round.
I think she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture?
Yeah, that was so cool, man. Like the comment was like, "Really, dude?"
I know that was the best. It was best.
I know.
For those of you going, what are you guys talking about? Boring Life, Dean and Haley, Sundays, 8:00. Yeah, the picture says it all.
That was the picture of the week. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that was great.
Dude, they were so happy. Haley was so overjoyed that somebody took that picture. Like
that was the best.
That was the best.
To be honest with you. Yeah, I agree.
So, but no, she'll be fine. She didn't break anything, so that's all that matters. El Fuego checking in. What's up, buddy? How's it going?
Pacific Northwest.
Let me go back over here. Jody, there's so many of you, but hi and thanks for stopping by the other day. It was a pleasure to meet you. Good evening. Let's hope so.
Good.
I'm gonna go all the way to the back, and that was Jody. Frank,
what's up?
What's up,
Fresno.
Frank?
Fresno, Cali.
So it was a. How was your weekend?
That was great, man.
Oh, damn! Hello from South Dakota. My heart goes out to you at the coldest place on earth, I think, right now. God.
That's crazy.
Hopefully, it's gonna warm up there. But yeah, no, that's very good. Hey guys, what's happening, man? You're checking in. Pacific Northwest is always welcome. All right, let me go down here. Howdy, kids.
What up?
Fire Haley. Why do I gotta fire Haley? She's actually cooking dinner tonight, so she's hired. What is happening? How's everybody going? What's up, Bill? Hi guys. How's the weather treating you? Yesterday was cold. Not gonna lie. Yesterday was way
this
cold.
morning it was 40.
Yeah. It was very cold. Saturday night was freezing.
Right now it's 64.
Yeah, which is what Saturday night we went out to eat, and we went to go to our Thai restaurant. And they were closed. We went to the Greek restaurant.
Okay.
And then we walked down to Crumble Cookies to get a cookie.
Very nice.
And no, it would have been great,
nice?
but it was cold as shit. And Haley and I walked down there, and I was.
Why would you walk?
Because it's what we do.
Okay.
And it was miserable. And they were just like, I can't believe. I'm like, dude, I just can't deal with it.
Yeah.
What's up, Confusion Christian?
What's up, man?
Yeah, he's just way all over the place. Pretty warm the last few days. Well, that's fantastic. And by pretty warm, you probably don't mean what we would consider warm. So, it's raining cats and dogs with lots of flooding in San Diego areas in California. Ooh, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Hi guys from Dallas,
Texas.
All right, go ahead and get your questions in because I'm tagging the questions. So we'll get to those in a few after we get through the intro here. I'm gonna tag that one. Oh, hi Jason. How are you? See you soon. I watched my team beat the Packers yesterday. Go Niners. There you go.
That was a close game, bro.
They were all close.
They were all close.
They were all good, nail-biting.
I really enjoyed the games. That was nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I've decided that I'm going to install my 2009. Okay.
Corolla. Go for it, man.
Do it, man. Just do it. Finally, a break from the frigid temps. I mean, I feel as soon as it comes and it goes, and then it's either like, yeah, I don't know. Man, weather sucks. Let's just be honest. Definitely not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicago, ice melted, then refroze.
Crazy.
That's like the story of my life. Nice and cold, waiting for more snow.
Nope.
all I have to say is, but hey, let's look on the bright side. It's beautiful in the summer.
In the bright side.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's gray and dreary right now. So
Yeah.
But hey, I'm assuming he'll probably be in Vegas in like a week and a half, like us, and it'll be warm.
No, I don't think so.
Warmer.
Oh,
Yeah, but
warmer.
you gotta remember,
yes.
for us it'll still be freezing. For those guys, they'll be
it's
like,
gonna be. Oh no, this
they'll be out there in teabags.
He's
and
gonna
stuff
be like
going,
that.
Dude,
shirt.
it's like 60 right now. This is fantastic. We're and I'll
What's
be
up,
over
guys?
there. I'll be over there like this.
Yeah.
Bucks game good, even though the Lions won. That's why it was good, because the Lions won.
Oh, that was a good game.
My son DJ says hi.
What's up, DJ?
Hi.
I know that thing.
I'm going with all active Focal K2 with the Moscone amps.
Love it.
There we go.
Love it.
Enough said.
Awesome. What's the best top amplifier kit right now?
That's a tough one. Okay, and the reason why I say that is because, we primarily use Stinger and Metra are the two kits that we use.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know there's other kits out there. Actually, we're going to start using some. He talked to me the other day. We're going to start using some kicker kits.
Yeah.
So, and there again, there's lots of kits out there. I would just suggest make sure 100% copper. That's the most important thing.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
But yeah, and 100% copper is the goal. Hold on, what do we got? I'm jumping all around here. Guess I'll bring my banana hammock. Alpine head unit, 7-inch Mechaless unit. So okay. 507. Did you see where the 507? So for those of you guys that follow Alpine, they have the 507, 509, 511. Those are kind of like the three flagship radios. The only difference is 7-inch, 9-inch, 11-inch.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, if you've bought one at all ever, it never comes up to date. And so on the website, the most current software is the 5.0 software. However, apparently you can do a download update. I don't know how it works. I've never done it. Didn't even know it was a thing till the other day. And you can download firmware 6.0.
How?
I don't know. But there's probably instructions on how to do it. But you can't do it through USB yet. So that's coming as of when I read the article 4 or 5 days ago. I don't know. I have no idea. I think you're pairing over the phone. I honestly have no idea.
Bluetooth? Wi-Fi?
I mean, it has Wi-Fi in it, so maybe you pair to your house. I mean, kind of like what Pioneer does. Because the Pioneer, you pair to the Wi-Fi here in the install bay, and you could do over-the-air updates. I will say this. Reading the instructions, doing it like that, takes a long time. So they're like, it's like an hour install.
What happens if
hour update.
Internet crashes?
Oh, you're screwed.
Ooh.
That's why I'm not going to do it that way. All right, let me click on this guy here. All right, so keep the questions rolling in. Fernando's going to take over and do that.
What's up, guys?
K5's in the house. The Giants.
Every time I talk to him, I'm like,
hey, man.
So tell me, hang on, my neck hurts.
All right, so hey, guys, we do this little thing called the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club over on Facebook. A lot of you guys are members of said club. And, well, every week, Fernando, once a week, Fernando scours the page and finds who he thinks has the clean wire of the week, and they get moved to the top.
Yeah.
And, of course, this week we have this guy right here, which is a really cool switch panel that he built. I don't even remember what it was like for a race car or something.
Dude,
I don't know. It turned out really nice.
It looks nice because
I like how he used all different color wiring for the relays. I think it's fantastic.
What I like, it's his logo, right? His name or whatever, his last name on top of it. So he's promoting himself.
Yeah.
Everything is nice, clean.
It just looks good.
Even the connector, all the way.
Very nice.
Nice. Yeah. His name is Jose.
Oh, yeah.
Jose.
Wow, that was a big yawn. Jose.
Great job, man.
So anyways, very nice. Very good. If you'd like to
be featured,
just submit your install work. And if
good
Fernando
one.
thinks
really
it's the best,
good one. Come on, guys.
Then he'll throw you up on top because that's what he does. That's what he does. All right, so we got some questions. So why don't you start? I'll start with the ones I've already tagged.
Oh, go for it, man. I'm just
If you
looking
see
for
a
the other
blue
one.
star, then okay. Hey guys, finished up the P3 and Helix V8 and a Bronco. Absolutely amazing DSP amp equipment. Thank you for the recommendation. Still a learning curve to tune. Hell yeah, definitely. But good job. That's fantastic. What do you recommend for wireless CarPlay adapter for iOS to a 2009 Ram truck? In my car right now, because I'm in a similar situation, I am running the rvdfl.com interface. I actually have both. I have the one that will just pair up and do the wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, as well as like YouTube and I think Netflix. But I never use those. I just automatically just pair up for wireless CarPlay, and that's it. I also have the Streamer, which is the big dog that basically a browser. But that's who I use. And it works
Hang
great.
on.
Yes.
And talking about the same question, this is the same thing. What he's talking about, what he say right now, same thing.
So somebody asked the same
RDV,
question.
well, right there. How can I get?
Yeah, I
Apple
just
CarPlay?
read that.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, same thing. So same. Oh, okay, I get it. I didn't see you. I looked down.
I know.
Didn't see
It's
you.
okay.
I didn't see you do that.
So
thanks, man. But yeah, rdvfl.com is a place to go. Hey, and speaking of that, this first segment is brought to you by the fine folks at Audio Control. Pacific Northwest is where they used to be located, and they made their speakers called the PNW, which stands for Pacific Northwest. They have a variety of speakers. One of the favorites, because it was my idea, is the new 3.5, 2 ohm 3.5 that they came out with. The reason behind that is if you're doing, obviously, if you're going to do a 3.5 in the dash, you want it to be super loud, you go with the 2 ohm version, and or if you have one of those Chrysler products that has the premium audio that has the 2 ohm speaker in the dash, and you'd like to upgrade to a coaxial instead of using the crappy cone speaker, make sure to check them out at audiocontrol.com. Boom. Okay. All right, let me get rid of that one. Let me pull this. Okay. I have an Alpine X-Type 6x9 component set and want to go 3-way and a 22 Camry. Which mid-range speaker would be better? The Morel, the Alpine, the Audio Frog? You're going to want to go with the Alpine, okay? And the reason why is because you want this stuff to kind of match. The Audio Frog and the Morel are both great speakers. However, it always makes more sense to keep it in brand just because they're all designed by the same group of guys, and it just works. So that's what I would do, and that's what I'm recommending to you. Let me do this. What's the top unit for Pioneer Audio? PioneerElectronics.com is where you're going to go. And honestly, I have no idea because I have no idea.
80 something NEX.
Yeah, it's going to be an 88 series NEX
8
for
series
sure.
NEX,
Yeah. You said Kenwood DDX 376 BT is bad choice for Audison. What would be top single DIN CD stereo?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I know. Okay. Oh. Actually, it's funny you should say that. When I was thinking of this, the DDX 376 BT, I thought you were talking about the double DIN. But this is actually a really solid single DIN radio. The only thing I don't like about it
You lie.
Well, no, okay. So there's too many. I was thinking 3 series double DIN. Okay, so the only thing I don't like about this radio is that it's hard to see. Personally, I like going with the Marine versions of this one or the corresponding JVC just because the displays are way easier to see what is going on. But as far as sound quality goes, this is just as good as all of the Exelons, and it is actually really reliable. We know this because we ran into a situation where we were supposed to do that, and we tried 3 other radios, and then we ended up just doing this, and life worked out great. So I apologize, but yes, this would be the one you go with. The other thing to keep in mind, too, is I get it's a single DIN, but have you ever thought of doing like a floating screen radio, like a high 10 or something like that, or the Alpine for that matter, that like is a single DIN back with a screen on top? Just a thought. I mean, I know some cars just you're out of luck, but no. If Thank you for clarifying that it was a single DIN. That made, yep. Can't remember all the model numbers, guys. I
What the heck,
apologize.
man?
I hooked up my Epicenter the way Tech at Audio Control told me to, and then last week you had a guy from Audio Control on your show, and he said to hook it up a totally different way. Now I'm confused. Help. Neither way is wrong and neither way is right. Okay, so if you hook it up the way they say, it's perfectly fine. It'll do the job it's supposed to. Like if you go source unit, epicenter, DSP, amplifier, it's perfectly fine. The reason why that doesn't work in all applications is because if you go factory radio, high level out, you're coming into the DSP, then you go out of the DSP into the epicenter, out of the epicenter off to the subamp, and then you got to use the subamp's crossover. Both of them will get you to where you're going to need to be. So like I said, neither one of them is 100% wrong. Neither one is 100% right. It just depends on the application. And in their instruction manual, they didn't really do a good job of saying, hey, it's so what we do is we always go source unit, DSP, epicenter, amplifier, just because that one always works. Make sense? I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. Hi guys, I have been having problems with my new Kenwood DMX. Yeah, when I put the car in reverse and then back park radio turned off, and it resets my radio stations and also the time. So, first things first is make sure there is no update. Because most of the time, a lot of these problems are fixed with updates. Okay, so car on reverse and then back to park, the radio turns off and it resets my radio stations and also the time. That is very strange. Okay, so that one I've never heard. That one is so bizarre for sure. That doesn't even make sense. So if it's losing radio stations and resetting, that means it's losing accessory. So if you put the radio in and you'd like to try to diagnose maybe if it's something to do with the car or if it's something to do with the radio, the easiest way to do that is to put a digital multimeter on the red wire. So ground, digital multimeter, DC current, and see what is happening when you're doing this to make sure that it's not losing voltage at the radio. And then do the same thing for the constant 12 volts, which is the yellow wire. So check the yellow, check the red, and see. Yeah, because no, it'd be the yellow wire. I don't know. The red wire wouldn't lose all those. So check the yellow wire. It's Monday, guys. It's Monday. But anyways, check your yellow wire to see what is happening with that. See if it's losing voltage. Because the red wire, you wouldn't lose any of the presets or anything like that because that's just accessories. So you want to check your yellow. Also check your ground. So, but that should be an easy enough test with the digital multimeter.
What's that? Thank you, Jason.
All right, I'm going to go back to live comments so that it just looks better. And
I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm clicking.
You're good.
Honest with you.
Okay, I'm going to let you take it over from here because we only have those two. So, all right, let's take a breath. Let's regroup because we just did like a marathon of question and answers. Hey, Mike. What's happened, Boston Mike? That's a battery or a
I know
ground.
what happened when he got COVID. That's why.
Why?
Because he's still going to those massages.
Oh, yeah, but most of those places they wear masks. I would think.
They touch you.
Oh, they touch you. Like contact high.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I'm like I got the first massage of my lifetime when I was on the cruise. So, and that was the last one I'll probably
you got
ever
COVID?
get. I did not get COVID. I got bored out of my mind. Actually,
6-inch.
No, I didn't even get a hoagie.
Nothing?
I wish I would have got a hoagie. I would have felt better about it because that was like,
not even a Diet Coke.
it was like a waste of money. Oh, it felt so bad. I was like,
so dirty.
No, it just sucked, man. It was just like, wow. I don't know. Is there a difference? Is there a major difference in audio quality when using RCA versus speaker level when integrating? I don't know what that. Why? Yeah. Okay. Oh, will any LCI improve audio quality significantly as opposed to any amp speaker level input? So, all right. First things first. let's look at the RCA versus speaker level when integrating. Integrating means that we're integrating into a factory stereo, not to an aftermarket, in my definition of the word. So if I have an aftermarket stereo that has RCA outputs, I definitely want to use the RCA outputs and not the powered speaker level outputs, because we know that they're going to clip way before the RCAs are going to clip. So there's no reason to do that. Now, when I'm integrating into a factory radio, 100%, that sucks. Okay. Because what is on the other side of that speaker level output? It is not a non-EQ'd, non-crossed over. There could be all kinds of trash done to that. I mean, it's easy to think about it. Done to that speaker level output. So, for example, if you have, let's just use a basic Honda, all right? And with the base model radio, four speaker level outputs going off to the four corners of the car. There is a ton of equalization on that output, okay? And depending on what you're going to do, that could be a problem. It might not be. Like I said, depends on what you're going to do. But that's the only way to integrate into it. Now, you say, is an LC like an LC7i Pro or an LC whatever? So that becomes in what the amplifier, the quality of the amplifier. So there are some amplifiers out there that aren't really that good, and their high-level, low-level circuit kind of sucks. In which case, an LC product from Audio Control would definitely be an improvement. And other cases, it would be kind of silly. Like, for example, we saw a picture the other day where somebody put up, I think it was Audio Control. They had an LC7i feeding an LC61200, and it was like the LC7i is actually built into the LC61200. Yeah. Whoever put that piece of clip art together didn't understand what they were doing, which happens.
And I get it, because sometimes when you see something like that, it's like, it's not meant to do that. You have to focus in one part.
Yeah.
But the problem is you guys are consumer, or us, even us, is like, that doesn't make sense.
So now, where it is important to pay attention on the amplifier's high-level input is its input voltage. Okay, so most amplifiers, not all, there again, we're talking in most, have 10 volts of input. That's it. So anything above 10 volts is going to cause you issues. Whereas like one of the LCs can take anywhere between 20 to 40 volts of input, which is important. So like today we had an M8 come in, and it had 21 volts of output on the sub side. Luckily, it's not a big deal. We were using a Key 500.1, and the Key 500.1 can handle that. So it was fine. We didn't have to do any nonsense going into it because it can deal with it. So there again, there's like no wrong answer, no right answer. It just depends on what you're trying to do. But if you buy a better amplifier, it should have a better high level into it. And if you're buying anything with a DSP in it, don't even worry about it, because they're going to have the better inputs anyways. Best way to use the IRTA with the DM RTA, I have the jumper removed, but what kind of cable do I need to put together? So in the instruction paper on the bottom left-hand side, there is a diagram on how to make the cable that you need. All right, hang on. Go here. Oh, let me pull it up so that you can see what I'm talking about. Now, oddly enough, if you're a Kenwood dealer, you already have the piece that you need, because it comes in the Kenwood radios. So if you see,
I'm going to remove it.
Yeah, hide that. You're not doing it fast. Okay, so right where it says included in the box, right above the CL, that diagram right there is what you have to make in order to. So you need a 4-pin and an RCA. You can solder those together to make that. However, this is all you really need, is this piece right here. And I tell you what, if you email, send Sue an email, I can put this in an envelope and I'll just send it out to you.
What is the email?
I don't know, it's somewhere on the page. So it's Hold on. Escape. I didn't want to do that. Let me just go back here. I think it's in the notes. Yeah. So, and where it says here, or right here, where it says email to irta2store@yahoo.com. If you send me an email, I will just get this in an envelope and send it out to you. So this is all you need. This plugs into the IRTA. This plugs into the RCA. RCA into the DMRTA, and you're all set. Mm-hmm. So
perfect.
Yep. So that'll be easier. Don't bother me.
All right. So hang on, because
what?
We have a question that we're supposed to answer and we never answer.
We did?
Was this? Yes. Crotchfield says, you cannot add more than 30 amps to a hybrid car. Is there a way to add more than that without damaging the car?
So you have to add a battery and a relay.
So it is possible.
It is possible.
You just have to know.
You have to add a battery and a relay.
Because we work in hybrid cars, and
Yeah, but no, all of them add a battery. So you'd have to add, like,
depends on what hybrid you're
depends
working
on hybrid for sure, but you definitely have to have an external battery.
Yeah.
And you have to have a relay between them. So, yep.
Okay.
Lots of fun. All right. I'm going to just pull this one up.
Go ahead, Juice.
After a $5,000 repair, my Subaru should be ready to slam with an Alpine 850 tomorrow. Oh, dang. Would you have the transmission drop out of it? I only
Sounds
say
like
that
my car.
I had the transmission drop out of a Ford, and it was...
Oh. You want to change yours? The other one?
Oh, yeah. I can do that.
I just want to go quick. Kenwood Excel on DNX 8020. The screen needs to be replaced. Should I sell it as parts or replace the screen?
Sell it as parts.
Who buys parts?
I don't know, but I would just... I mean, the reality is somebody might... I don't know. Somebody might need something. Maybe the mic. I don't know. But the reality is no, I'm not repairing it. I'm just going to do one.
I think at that point, just let it go, man. Just
let it go. You got to Elsa that bitch?
Elsa.
Yeah, I would upgrade to the 9 series now, because the 9...
Sure.
The current 8 series is not the 8 series is not the droids you were looking for. So in the past, the 7 and 8 were... really, because they've expanded the 9 series out to like 3 radios now. The 9 series is pretty much is all of those, what the 8 used to be. So if you're looking to upgrade to any of the 9s, and you'll be fine. Hey guys, what do you think of the Diamond 6.5-inch coax speakers? I have not heard them.
Coaxials?
I have not heard them. However, it's funny you should ask, because Piper reached out to me this week.
Okay.
And we are going to be they're coming out with 2 new subwoofer enclosures. Okay. That they
power subwoofer?
Non-powered.
Oh,
non-powered. So we can drop them in a Haley's car.
And any. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So they have 2 new ones coming out that we're going to be reviewing here in the next month or so.
All right. And the next one is like what power
10-inch sub would you recommend for 2017 Chevy Traverse with Kenwood 90? Okay, so anytime you need a powered subwoofer, the only powered subwoofer to go with is, and that's just because we've had such great success with this, is the Rockford P300 10, 12, 10T. Or
you can swap it.
You pick one.
10, 12, and 8. Same power.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
They do make a 500-watt version of the 12. But yes, hands down, the most impressive thing there is. Now, if you don't want to do that, an amplified Rockford amplified subwoofer, then you're going to want to get a Key 501. The Key 501, it's like this big. It's a small little amplifier that you can tuck away and hide off to anybody's preloaded enclosure. Sure. So like a P3 or a kicker or whatever you want to do from there. But those are kind of the 2 1 sub combinations we do. We either do the P300 or we do the Key 501. We tuck it away. That's what we did today in the BMW. We hide it away, and then we just go with the
All right, so this one is really cool because he's the one that has the XR600 DSP.
Yes. Hey guys, sent a message 2 weeks ago. XR600 DSP and the DSP app not working. No info from Kenwood, but got an iPhone 7. Downloaded the app and set it up. It's universal AR install and the GX works great.
Sounds great.
So it's funny.
Okay.
I don't know. It's funny because I was thinking about this after we talked to a couple guys, and all my iPads that we use to tune this are older.
So they will work.
That's why we've never even noticed is that they've always just worked because they're older iPads.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, that was that. There you go, for sure. Because it's not like the app didn't stop. It stopped working.
It's just not supporting the
new phones.
The new phones.
And this is a point on the backside of things. Kenwood's USA is not happy about this. Not that it matters, but they're kind of annoyed with the whole thing because most of the time, as we said, when something like this is like they decide to not support anything anymore, they kind of let somebody know, and they didn't do that. So, yeah. Hold on, let me see it. For the guys with multiple speakers in rear, is it common to run them active or passive with DSP? So, active with or without DSP is pretty common. So, like, okay, so, all right. If you're talking about like a set of coax or components, like if we're talking about a set of components, most of the time, like 95% of the time, they have passive crossovers, and then out of the channel, whatever it be, either a DSP or an amplifier, going to a 6.5 tweet with a passive crossover. It's not like we're using 4 channels; we're using 2 channels. 95% of the time, there is an odd chance where we don't do that. Because we have extra channels to use. But most of the time, we need those channels to go up front. Because if you think about it, like most multi-channel amplifiers, like this guy right here, are 8 channels. And so if I'm doing a 3-way up front, then it doesn't make sense to waste
because you have 6
rear.
channels over here already.
Yeah. So most of the time, it is passive, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
But now, if you're talking about like a 4Runner where there's doors and rears, or like a Nissan Maxima where it's like doors and rears, you totally want to go active on those because you need to be able to have level control. So if you're talking like far apart, you need 4 channels.
Do you remember Sean's car, the Camaro? I believe that was active.
It was.
And
active.
That was 6x9s,
6.5s,
6.5s,
and then
the whatever
6,
it was,
7-inch, and then 2s in the dash. It was 8-channel active, and we needed that though because we needed to be able to control the levels of everything.
That was great.
Oh God, it was a headache.
Car gives in the house.
What's up?
Hang on.
Hold on, oh, sorry, I totally screwed up. Sorry, my bad. Have you guys ever used or recommended a car version of the mini DSP car 6.8? We have never used one, but I will say that Andy Waymeyer from Audio Frog, this is what he's running in his car. He likes the mini DSPs, so he runs that brand mini DSP. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry. What do you fellas think of just using the Sony RSX GS9 as a head unit? Yeah. Why not? You totally can. I mean, if you want, if you can find one, because they don't make them anymore, but I'm sure there's plenty of them out there. But no, it's funny because Ada, who's typically in the comments, lives over there in Rockville, Maryland at Absolute Electronics. He's put plenty of them in as just radios. The guy will come in and says, I want the best singleton radio you have. And he'll be like, I have this. GS9. And if you're going to double down and say, I want the best, he's like, we have the GS9. And then they'll be like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll take it. Since it's in your car, I mean, once you get it set up, it would probably be fine.
Yes.
Setting it up is...
Yes, it has advanced, I'm going to say, kind of like, not because it's not a basic, it's a good DSP to start with it. The problem is everything has to be with the remote, and it's annoying because screen is this big, and you have to go through it.
But the app works.
But the app works. Yes. Just to have to set it up with the remote. It's easier.
Okay. Oh yeah.
But
Okay.
it's amazing.
So setup is a bit difficult, but once you get it set up and you're just doing volume functionality,
I would never change my GS9, man.
Hey, and speaking of that, talking about high-end audio, the next sponsor is our good friends at focal-america.com.
Like, what are you doing?
I'm doing this.
I
The new ES165KX 3E and 2E are now available. What makes them different is the Frac Tweeter. If you'd like to know more about the Frac Tweeter, head over to Focal America's Instagram page, where you can find a write-up there about those. For sure, totally.
Saludos, Eddie.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
I don't know. Dean Fernando, can you please do an unboxing of the T-Spec Deep Clean Ferrules and Heat Shrink Kit?
We already did, man.
No, this is the new standalone kit that they just came out with. They now have a new box that is just
okay.
parts.
I see what you're talking about. Yes.
So we're gonna be obviously Knowledge Fest right around the corner, and of course Master Tech.
I'm gonna bring one.
No, I'm gonna. we'll talk to Jason about getting our hands on some of those. If Jason's there, I hope he has to be there. Yeah. But yeah, no, because I also want to get my hands on some of their new LED lighting that they have. Yeah. I want to see the new 5-star Jeep dash mounts. So there's a bunch of new products that Metro has that we need to. They are dying for us to go over to see them because they're across the state here.
Hours.
We just haven't had the time to do it, and it's not looking good. But yeah. Hey guys,
what's up?
13 Toyota Tacoma with the JBL system. What's the best way to add amp and sub? So if we're just talking about like a sub amp, the easiest thing to do is to just go to the factory subwoofer, make sure you get a good amplifier that has, high level output. You can do it that way. Like that's the super simple way. However, they also make I believe pack-audio.com makes the Sub Pro for this, which would be even easier because then you just go to the JBL amp, go to the radio, you unplug it, you plug it in, you get a preamp level output from there. It's just going to depend. It is a 2013, so I don't know if the Amp Pro is available. However, I would be putting a new radio in this and then just say screw it and tap off of the new radio because 2013 radio has to be terrible. It just has to be terrible. It's so old. But yeah, either way, that's what you're going to want to do. And then make sure you use the LGD greens if you're going to do the high level thing, or use a Audio Control LC1i Pro, or just LC1i. I don't even think it's Pro. Would be a good high level to use for that, because that might be more voltage than most high levels can deal with, or go with like a Key 501 key lock with resistance. Anyways,
same thing.
Hey guys, is it normal that a subwoofer breaks in on 2 times? I installed it and about 2 months later noticed it break in, but now 6 months later hits even harder. Moderate use.
More El Primo. Ooh, that's
so the reality is it probably didn't break in the first time, But I mean, it's okay. So this is a funny one, right? Everyone always describes breaking into us like somebody flicked the switch and the lights turned on, right? So I was listening to it, and then bam, it got louder, bro. Well, and you're like, really? Okay. Never heard that. I mean, never. I've heard speakers that we've put in, and then they come back 6 months later, and they're like, "Holy crap, these sound really, really good now," or they sound even better, or whatever it is. That one time we had those subs come in, the kicker subs that like the CVTs that I hate with a passion, and they actually sounded amazing. And I was like, "Dude, how long have you had these in here?" And he's like,
30 years.
A year. And I was like, wow, these sound great. Maybe this is what they're hearing. They're letting them burn in for 10 hours straight, and then they play them in the box, and they're like, well, these sound good. But so the reality is that the speakers just can continuously loosen up, heat up, cool down. And yeah, so and what might be for you is because you say you don't.
And
It's not technically
Mike is
a
agreeing with you.
break-in. It's more spiderless as oven. Yeah. So what might be happening is that because you don't drive it all that often, in memory as you get older starts to slip a little bit. That might just be one of those things where it's like it just keeps getting better and better.
You guys are old.
Yeah, totally. But no, it's not like it ever stops. It's not like it reaches a point and says, "I'm done." I've it just keeps loosening up, and in your case, it just keeps sounding better and
It's
better.
like, let's go party now,
which is great, So, and
I think it's great, I mean, if it's
that was funny. Good call, Miles. The CCA wire is softened. And actually, it's funny you say that because a lot of voice coils are made out of aluminum. So,
yeah,
it's kind of sucky, but yeah, not those. Those are copper, but yeah, it's good. All right, Dean and Fernando, what do you guys desire the most in car audio? Oh, despise. Sorry, I got excited. I was desire. Ooh, what do you guys despise the most in car audio? Older cars.
100%. 100%.
I hate older cars. No, honest. Okay, it's funny because this was a topic. The older cars, yeah, we both despise older cars. But the thing that drives me crazy about car audio is that there's so much disconnect between like brand awareness, and like
okay.
I hate I hate it, and I'm guilty of it. I'll be the first to say I'm guilty of it. If you're not on my team, you suck.
Mm-hmm.
But I just the disconnect between like this is the best thing in the world. It's like no, it's not. Yes, it is. And then everyone's sitting there trying to prove things that are it's like let's be honest, amp dynos. Like, does it really matter? Does I mean, don't get me wrong. We make the videos because you guys like them, but it's putting out enough power.
But it's really more than a number,
Well,
it's
yeah.
just...
I mean, are you really just like screw that amplifier all to hell just because it said it put out 900 watts and it put out 800 watts? Like,
no.
It's false advertising. It's just wrong. I don't know.
No,
I just feel like everyone just needs to dial it down a little bit. If you buy something and you put it in your car and it sounds great, just accept it for what it is. But I know that little voice in a lot of people's heads going, no, no, no. And you're just like, you can't like stuff.
Yeah.
Egos are fun. Yeah, like Mike's ego is amazing.
Oh Mike's egos is like, so
it's hard to be in the same room with
wish
that guy.
You can hurt Mike when he's like...
What do you desire most in car audio? Okay, so one of the things I'd really love in car audio is that if manufacturers, all of them, would take the center channel thing seriously. All right, to me, this is a big thing that just is really quite annoying. It's the easiest way to say it. Well, because
seriously, okay,
take the center channel seriously because like. These cars come with center channels. 100%. And now, and there again, I get a lot of people talking about like upmixing and using all pass filters and like trying to retain the center, 2-seat tune and all this horse shit. The reality is that a car comes in, there's a speaker in the dash and it plays. The car should leave, speaker in the dash plays. But the car doesn't because we don't have the means to make that work in a reasonable amount of money. Because all these amplifiers are 6 channels or 8 channels, but they're not 9 channels and they're not 7 channels and they're not made to go 75, 75, 75, 110, 110, and then off to a sub amp. And so they're just not, And so what happens is we all have to go like, hey, you got to buy a set of speakers. I can't just sell you one speaker. So now I got to sell you 2, so I got to, and then I got to sell you an amp. So it's like just to retain the center channel can anywhere between, let's say, $300 to $1,200, and it's like, which I don't.
But it's like at the end of the day, that's how it is,
right? But I understand that, but they're asking what my desire.
No, 100%. It's just like
I just wish manufacturers.
I want a center channel. This is how much it costs.
I just wish manufacturers would start to take this and do something with it because it's just ridiculous.
I think they already doing it. It's just not on the budget.
Dude, the scariest moment the scariest moment for car audio will be if Harmony actually makes a DSP with their actual, not that little 8-channel goofy thing that we got that we all love. My first DSP with 25 watts by 8. It's cool as hell. Okay, it's a great my first DSP, but if they ever came out with a truly pro DSP with all of the Harman nonsense in it that we all like know they have, that'll be the end right there, guys. There will be no other DSP that matters at that point.
That would be cool to talk about.
I've talked to them. I've talked to them about that.
Tunatan?
No, I've talked to bosses, and they've been like, and you're like, come on, guys. They can't do it. They're not ever going to do it, so we have nothing to worry about. But I don't know. I just, so I'm telling you.
We're going to have, 30 channel amplifier. Like,
yeah. I mean, in there again, I mean, if we get like a 15, 14, 27 channel amplifier, it's not really a problem, But there again, if it just depends. And this is one of those things that we're just going to see how it plays out, We'll see what happens. And, over time, it's either going to do amazing things or, there again, 10-channel amplifiers, 12-channel amplifiers, 14-channel amplifiers, 20-channel amplifiers. These are becoming a thing now.
100%.
So as these things start to happen, this conversation doesn't even have to happen anymore because we have more channels than we know what to do with. So at that point, it's like, let's put the center channel in. So,
you can stack some DSPs, bro.
And I'm going to, Car Gift says, the average consumer needs to be cheap. They don't need to be cheap.
Needs to be? No.
They are cheap.
Yeah, but I don't.
And $1,300 can be expensive for them, But And there again, we know what we can deliver. We know we can deliver this amazing sounding system without keeping the center channel.
I don't see. For me, it's like when you go to the grocery store, right? And it's just this is it. You're not going and tell them, man, come on. It's too much money, Give me a half price.
But okay, so I need food, and how that transpires is I stand in the macaroni and cheese section, and I go, ooh, deluxe, ooh, $4.50 a box. Then I go over here and I go add my own milk, and I go $2.50 a box, and I go
water
store brand 99 cents. Okay, so I'm rocking because I need to eat, so I'm buying that.
Exactly.
So, but nobody needs car audio.
No,
they just need it to sound
they
amazing.
always need that deluxe.
Well, you need a deluxe.
My God.
I'm fine. I mean, and speaking of deluxe, Moscone-America, the Pro 830 DSP amplifier, 8 channels of power, 12 channels of DSP. How awesome is that? And there again,
nothing is cheap, guys.
Nothing is cheap. The Helix V18 soon.
Yeah.
And there again, now we have 18 channels. Now, see, and here's where this really is an issue, all right? Because most of the guys that are buying the V18 and the Helix 830, they don't care about, just make my system sound amazing, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you got a $4,000 amplifier. I'm sure that amplifier is going to be close to $3,000, if not more. Okay, so that's not an issue, but it's the guy that buys an 802.5, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It says, can I keep my center channel? And you're like, no. It's like, why? And it's like, well, because it costs more to retain that speaker.
Well, I think the question, the answer is like, yes, we can. This is how much money you have to spend. And they start like, oh, okay, well.
1,300 is less than the 6-channel plus a separate DSP. But what we're saying is 1,300 on top of the existing systems. If you're already at $55,000 to $8,000,
you got
to add another 13 onto it to keep that center channel. So it gets kind of exciting. Either way, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you, but you just asked what I was hoping for, and I'm hoping at some point this resolves itself.
Oh, it's going to. It's going to.
Yeah. I mean, it should.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Until then.
I'm on top of that, man.
I need help with wiring in my epicenter to my
22 speaker system.
Oh, God. Well, the epicenter is made for the subwoofer, so you're going to want to connect it to whatever is powering the subwoofer. And what I mean by that is what is actually powering the subwoofer sound in the car. Because some of the times what we think is the subwoofer is not the subwoofer. It's just a low frequency generator. Just blah, 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 blah. But if you're just freeballing it into a 22 speaker stereo without an RTA, an electrical RTA to deal with it, go find somebody that has some form of electrical RTA to get into it. That's not going to be like, yeah, tap the purple and the green wire and you're going to be golden.
Just stop it.
That's going to be a tough one for sure. Yeah. So, what's up, Mike?
What's up? We're gonna see you in a few weeks.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. It's like a week and a couple days. Wow. I know. I got to get my PowerPoint done. I have a 2018 Honda Accord. I want to upgrade the speakers. I'm just looking for some more bass. Am I able to change the speakers and keep the stock amp, or do I have to install a DSP? So this comes down to, depends what you're trying to do. I mean,
you just want a little bit more bass.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get more bass by just replacing the stock speakers. You'll actually probably lose some of the bass by replacing the stock speakers because they're really small, magnet, very efficient speakers, and you're going to end up going with an aftermarket speaker, which is going to be bigger magnet, less efficient speaker, and the power that you have is not going to be what it was with that smaller speaker. So it's you're going to lose some of the bass because it's not going to have the power to drive it. Mm-hmm. So yes, you can just put new speakers in it, but it might not have the result that you're hoping for because now you have different speakers. You've changed the parameters of what the factory was set up to do. Yeah. Now, if you're just trying to get more bass out of the car, then obviously adding just a subwoofer in the back would be the way to go. And at that point, it's just tapping off of the rear subwoofer, disconnecting it. That does need a load resistor, so that'll need an LGD green load resistor from audio control. Mm-hmm. Or you need one of their high-level to low-level adapters, depending on what amplifier you're going to go with. But as far as whether or not a DSP, that is one of the more complex systems. The amplified system is, because it has center, active front, active rear, and sub. So there's a lot to deal with when just getting into this. We do have a couple videos on Hondas that we walk you through.
Yeah.
You might want to try those.
Check the channel for sure.
As Addis says, that car is just crazy. It is.
How crazy it is.
And CarGive says, I like 2-seat tunes, but I prefer 1-seat tunes when I'm alone in the car. Which is how most people are. Like, yeah.
You know, yeah, no,
I don't like a 2-seat tune. I got to tell you right now, I don't really care. I sat in the BMW today, and that car sounded really good. But it was over the gauge cluster and over the airbag, and it just to me.
I'm driving, I mean, if I'm in the passenger side, most of the time, yeah, I would love to enjoy it at the same.
Yeah, but it's just going to sound right here. It's not like it's going to be over here. It's never over here.
No. It's gonna
very rarely is it over here. The only car that I've heard was the Brewmeister Porsche, and I was like, holy shit, this is actually doing what it's supposed to do. Mm-hmm. But very rarely is it. BMWs and Germans love not all Germans obviously Porsche, but the BMW and Mercedes like to put them above the gauge cluster and the oh god, just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
2-seat tunes are fun, but it's just not deep enough. I just whatever. We're there again. One day we can hope. Really good up mixers and all that other fun stuff. Maybe we'll get what we need.
Maybe.
Tina, I need you to make ACR3, ACR4 combo dash knob. Why would you need both? I mean, because I don't know why you need both though. Because I mean, the
ACR4 is just
the ACR4 I get the subwoofer level and control. The ACR3, if you're using it, I'm assuming DSP. That's just master volume. So that or changing master volume and changing presets. Yeah, that would do it.
DSP.
Yeah, DSP
and the micro.
So I hate the ACR3 because I don't ever want to change presets, but that would be, I guess, the reason for the tunes. Yeah. So other options that you can do instead of using the ACR3 is if you do get the ACBT24. Mm-hmm. ACBT24, you can get the app.
Yep.
And you can change your presets from your phone.
Yeah.
Because when you're using AC, which is probably faster than going click, click, wait, turn, pray, turn. So it might be worth the investment in the 24.
Mhm.
But that's just my thoughts on that.
Or one controller that doesn't suck. Now you're asking for too much, man. Come on, slow down.
Hello from Michigan, Lions. First time poster. Is there any piece of equipment that can give a constant output to amplifiers? I play a lot of WAV files and always have to adjust the volume. So you want volume leveling, and that is a piece of software, but typically they're built into like your phone. Is how it's done. Pioneer has that built into their radios. They have in the EQ section, they have a feature for that, which will auto level, which I've never used, but it's there for that, so that it will try to keep, if you have the volume set, it'll automatically try to adjust each track as it plays
at the same level.
I think Pioneer is the only company I've ever seen that has anything that does that outside of your phone just doing it. So, and if you're using WAV files, I get it. You don't have a phone in there, but that's the only thing I've thought of. Yeah. So, yay.
Okay.
Hold on. JBL Infinity Components thoughts. So, ATA is a
JBL dealer.
Big JBL Infinity dealer. They just did we just reviewed his car. They did for his wife, where they put the whole system inside of that. It sounded fantastic. If you're Infinity is launching a whole new line of products, so you might be able to scoop up some of the previous gen stuff at discounts. I'd check Crutchfield for that. But yeah, no, it's fine. They don't make sucky products. They don't. They make good products that sound good and do what they're supposed to do. It's just what it is. They have magic, and yeah, they're reasonably priced. They do. Yeah. But yeah, no, they've always sounded good. I've never been in a situation where I've sat in the car and got. The only time I've ever sat in a system was when someone took like a Chrysler that had an Infinity system and went and bought new Infinity speakers, thinking that was going to match up and work. That never works. But as just a regular system, they always make really nice stuff.
All right.
Jesus. All right.
With Jesus?
No, go ahead and read this.
Okay. Any issues with turn off pop in 2019 Tacoma 9 JBL using a D4.800 and getting a little electric?
Well, how are you integrating? Would be the question. So
right.
Are we amp proing it in? Or what are we doing for integration?
Oh
no, it's a non JBL. So that's
non-JBL.
Getting a little electric zap sound turn off. Yeah, we talked about finding the pop. Was it the? So here, all right. So we need to find out what is causing the problem. One of the things that audio control has not put in their amplifier yet is turn on and off delay, which is kind of a bummer. Hopefully at one point we'll get that. What we want to do is figure out what's causing the issue. Is it something coming from source unit or is it not? Now you have the D4.800 and a JBL. I'm hoping that you're using the audio control AC LGD greens, which are the load resistors. If you're not, that could be the problem because the factory radio is literally hating you. And it's eventually just going to break, which is cool. So make sure we have load resistors in there. That would be the problem if you don't. So hopefully you do. So that's okay. Secondly, we need to. It's pop stopper. Yep, it's the AXPS. So what we need to do now is figure out what's happening. Is it source unit? Is it amplifier? So for this, we want to see if the amplifier is making the noise. And how we're going to do that is we're going to disconnect the remote turn on from the amplifier, and we're going to put a jumper in from constant 12 volts over the remote turn on. And then we're going to turn the car off. And we're going to find out by having the amplifier stay on, do we hear a pop? Now, if the radio turns off and the amp is still on and we hear pop, we know that's a source unit problem. Okay, there's nothing really we can do about it. If it doesn't pop, and then the radio shuts down, and then when we pull the amplifier, it pops. Then we know that's it's just an amplifier problem, and there's just something not meshing between the two. At that point, audio control. I'm sorry, Metra makes this thing right here, which is the AXPS, which you did a whole big video on, and that's a pop stopper. And what it basically is it's a delay, and the delay allows you to have the amplifier stay on for, let's say, 3 minutes. So when you turn the key off and you're sitting in the car and you're grabbing all your crap and you walk away, it's going to turn off 3 minutes down the road. So when it goes, you don't hear it. This is more of a sanity thing. It's not really fixing the problem. It's just moving the problem so far out of when you're actually going to hear it. You feel better about it. But yeah.
I feel like you fix it.
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Mr. Brinkley? Phantom Cruise. Box is almost done. So excited for the new equipment. I know he's going with a bunch of 8s. So
8s? How many?
I think 4 in the truck.
That's pretty much 8s. It's just 4.
You need help. Hey guys, that takes us to the end of the show. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Audio Control, Focal, and Moscone Gladen. As always, you can find them at their corresponding websites. You can also follow them on Instagram, which is a great place to keep in touch. What is happening when new products come out, and also, technologies that the speakers and amplifiers and stuff have. So it's a great place to go and do that. That's it, guys. It is the beginning of a new week. We are so excited to be part of a beginning of a new week. I hate Mondays. But hey, we're all here. We're going to be doing stuff. So make sure to follow us on Instagram. You can keep in touch with what's happening in the install bay right now. The car actually went home tonight. That was fantastic. God only knows what tomorrow will bring for us. But if you follow us on Instagram, you can find out what we're working on a daily basis. And of course, we'll be back Friday morning with news, and then Saturday we'll be doing more Q&A. If you didn't get a chance to listen to Brian's basically everything you need to know about an Arc Audio DSP, I've narrowed it down to the hour that he actually spent Saturday. If you missed Saturday's show, it was just a mess. But either way, it's a great little thing to listen to get an idea of some of the features that you might not know are available to you in a DSP, and then you're going to start thinking, "Oh, damn, I want those features." So put it on 2 times speed, jam out and listen to it. You'll learn a whole bunch of neat stuff for sure.
See you guys tomorrow on 5 Minutes with 5 Star.
You guys have a spectacular night, and we'll see you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.